Ganaha.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, we can hear you.
Thank you very much, and I'm so honored to be able to join this summit. And I'm from Japan, and I'm an independent journalist. And today I would like to talk about frontline information war in Japan. And I've been working with researchers, scientists, and a lot of volunteers in Japan to stop mRNA injections that's harming. It's ongoing issue, and also to stop IHR amendment for government to reject it, although Japanese government seems to be not the one putting it into the corner by the globalists. Actually, they are the one of the key puppet country government and leading the rest of the world into this global totalitarianism. I'm ashamed to say this, but that's how I view my government. And so Japanese people, we have been organizing massive rallies and a lot of petition and doing a lot of live streams and protesting on the street. But at this moment, we don't see any clear sign of Japanese government uh, rejecting the amendment. So what people like myself are thinking is it's not about government, and once they don't reject it, it's a final decision is up to individual people like us. If we decide not to inject, if we decide not to follow it, then their globalist plot is over. So that's a very important issue and mindset that we need to think about, because let's think about it. We call it a vaccine. It's not a vaccine, and it's poison, and they killed millions of people across the world. How can we expect them to play with little regulations to save us? We need to disregard the whole system. So it's very important to talk about regulations and oppose it, but at the same time, it's important to talk about the legitimacy and how important it is to once again recognize we are the one to decide what to do with our body. So uh, because of this baseline thinking in Japan, actually rejecting self-amplifying jab is actually very successful. As you know, Japan is the first government gave approval to self-amplifying injection, and they started it last year. But because of the massive campaign by the volunteers and doctors, scientists in Japan, we warn people not to get it because it's very dangerous. And then what happened after the rollout of self-amplifying one? People didn't get it. So the pharmaceutical company, which expected to sell a lot of it, couldn't make any, not any, but very small of what they expected. And so they decided to give us warning letters to sue us to stop talking about this, spreading the awareness. And they even sued one of a congressman. His name is Kazuhiro Haraguchi, and he's an active representative of parliament in Japan. But we have not stopped talking about, because our way of doing this activity is very effective. So once again, what I want to address today is that even though Japanese government or the government, the country that you are from, it's not up to them, it's up to us. So that's the one key point I would like to address. And so I think time is running up. So just let me mention one thing. In Japan, we have built 21 million injection database, and it's open to public. So you can study about what's happening in Japan, and we can disclose what the government has been hiding. That's a huge move, currently hot topic in Japan. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Let's keep fighting, and let's get united.
Yes, thank you so much, Masako Ganaha, for all your wonderful work. We now have Honorable Anil Prasad Hegde, who is a former minister of the Indian Parliament. So, the floor is yours, Honorable Anil Prasad Hegde.